Eternal Soldier here, and I'm back to talk about Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2, Episode 10, and my thoughts on this episode. And my thoughts are, I loved this episode. Fucking loved it. I can't believe I'm saying that. I fucking can't believe I'm saying that. How the fuck have they not been able to do this for every episode? If they concentrate on the story and not the fucking comedy, this show might have a fucking future instead of being a joke in the Star Trek community. I mean, I can't believe it. This episode focused on the Star Trek, on the Star Trek story, on being a Star Trek show. It didn't concentrate on sex jokes. It didn't concentrate on taking the piss out of Star Trek. It just concentrated on the story. How the fuck can they not get a fucking clue and just do that? They did this last year with the Mariner episode when she was in the holodeck, you know, being the bad guy, and we saw a Mariner on the holodeck that we could actually like, or at least I could actually like. When they focused on the fucking story and not taking the piss, they can actually do something with this show. I can't believe I love this episode. This has to be my favourite episode of every Lower Decks. And it's such a simple fucking story. It's not overcomplicated, it's not stupid, and it's not it's not a long episode, you know? It doesn't have to, it's not complicated. It's a simple story with a simple finish. That's all you need to do with a Star Trek episode. How the fuck can they not do this every fucking week? God, are there problems with this episode? Yes, there are problems. And that's the problem with this entire series. The problems are the jokes. Some of the extra storylines that can be taken out. And some of the dialogue that could be sorted out. If you take all that crap out of this episode, it would be the perfect episode. In my opinion, it would be the perfect episode. I can't believe how much I love this episode. I really can't. And I love the fucking ending too, because it's a cliffhanger that I actually want to see. How can you not get this right, Lower Decks writers? You do it every fucking year. You do one great episode, and then you fuck up the ending. Now, yes, I am looking forward to the next episode, but I am cautious. The storyline looks good. Are they going to fuck it up? I don't know. But this episode, I loved it. I can't believe that I'm saying that. But yes, it's a great episode. If you haven't watched this episode, go watch it now. Now, I'm going to go into spoilers now. So, my rating for this episode is, it's a 8. It's an 8. I'm not giving it a 10 because there are still problems with this episode. But it's an 8 to me. So, let's get into spoilers. So, the episode starts off with the captain and the Cerritos back at Starfleet Command because the captain is getting informed about the next mission for a first contact mission with this new species who have, you know, gotten to the point where they've gotten warp drive technology. I think I'm getting that wrong. It's not warp drive. Yes, it is. Anyway, fuck it. Anyway, so it's a first contact situation. The captain of a different ship needs backup because the Cerritos is a second contact ship, so they're being sent as backup. We also find out in this meeting that the captain is getting a promotion to a new ship, a better ship. And she's kind of worried about, well, her crew, because she cannot transfer them to the new ship. She'll be getting an entirely new crew. So she wants to break the news to the crew in a gentle way. Unfortunately, Mariner overhears. Now, there is a scene with her with contraband. Again, biggest problem with this Lower Decks is just a stupid comedy, or there's stupid scenes that just take them out and it'd be a great episode. The scene with Mariner with fucking contraband, yeah, just take that out. It doesn't need to happen. Just have Mariner walk down a fucking hall and just hide behind the bush there. Anyway, so Mariner hides behind the bush, overhears that her mother's getting a promotion. She runs and tells Boimler, Rutherford, and Tendi. Now, another problem with this episode is Boimler and the Captain Day shit. It was funny in Picard. It's not funny in this. Sorry, it's just sad. Why does Boimler care? It's gonna make him look like a fucking dumbass. Like, yes, it's a kid's day, not a fucking, I don't know, 30-year-old man fucking trying to impress his captain. It's fucking sad. Anyway, again, take that out of the episode as well. Jesus. Anyway, she tells them, and Boimler's like, well, yeah, that's great news. She wants to move up in Starfleet. What's wrong with that? And basically, we all know why Mariner doesn't want her mother to leave. It's because she's gotten close to her and she doesn't want to lose her. But she has to play the tough guy and just say, no, I don't want a new captain because it's a bunch of bullshit she has to deal with. It's like, we all know why you don't want her to leave, Mariner. It's pretty bloody obvious. Anyway, so she makes a plan up to go tell the bridge crew about the promotion because she knows they're probably going to be pissed off about it. I don't understand why they get pissed off about it because it's kind of what captains usually do. They do get promoted and they do leave. So when she tells them, they act like fucking children about it. It's called being professionals, you bloody idiots. Like, why the hell would they act like that? What this episode should have done with them is the bridge crew is to pretty much have them say, yeah, and what? She's got a promotion. That's fantastic news. Like, we want her to succeed. What's wrong with you, Mariner? That's what it should have been. Mariner should have been the one acting like a fucking child and trying to stop her mummy going away. Not the bridge crew acting like fucking dumbasses. I mean, for God's sake. Again, comedy is not needed in this episode. Get rid of it and make them act like fucking Starfleet officers and you might have actually made this a perfect episode. So, the bridge crew confront the captain about it. She gets, like, pissed off at Mariner for telling the bridge crew. Oh, I completely forgot the Tilly story. Tendi? Fuck it. Tendi story. Yeah. Get rid of her entire storyline. I mean, seriously. I mean, keep the fact that you made her into a science officer, which I actually think was actually interesting, and take away the crap about her thinking she's getting fired from the Cerritos. I mean, for God's sake. All of her shit could have been sorted out by talking to the fucking cat. That's all you had to do, Tendi. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to go to Rutherford and act like a stupid child. Just go talk to the fucking cat and she probably would have explained it sooner rather than later. So that I'm not going through the whole fucking Tendi bullshit storyline and Rutherford having memory problems. I mean, again, that's not interesting. They do that a lot with these two, but they were actually useful in this episode too, which I liked. Just not the crap about him and the memories and her and the fucking misunderstanding shit. I mean, again, stuff like that, just cut the fuck out. Anyway, so after the captain is confronted by her crew, we then go to a scene with the other ship, and the other ship gets hit by a EMP because the planet explodes. The ship gets hit with an EMP, and it's starting to fall, and the ship gets shut off completely, and they can't turn anything on. So the ship's falling to the planet, and if it falls to the planet, it's going to kill a lot of people. So the captain of that ship is trying to sort it out. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that captain because I could not give a shit. I just want to concentrate on the Cerritos, not this other ship. So they're falling to the planet, and Cerritos has to stop it because, well, it's going to kill a lot of people. But the problem is the ship is magnetic to, well, if it goes into the asteroid field, it's just going to pull all of the debris to the ship. And it's just going to do, well, it basically the same thing is going to happen to Cerritos as it had to as what happened to the other ship. So the captain tries to figure out a way. She has to figure out a way to get to the other ship without destroying the Cerritos. So she runs down to her yacht to pretty much try to save it that way. But the same problem would happen with the yacht as the Cerritos. I mean, they'd both be they'd both get EMP'd by this asteroid field. So Mariner follows us down to the yacht. They start to have a fight, and then it pretty much comes out that Mariner doesn't want to lose her mother from this. They have a fight, and Rutherford and Tendi are hiding in there because they're doing this stupid. Again, it's their stupid story. I couldn't give a shit. But Rutherford figures out that if they get rid of all the plating from the ship, they won't attract the EMP from the asteroid field. So the captain rushes up to the ship, bridge, tells the entire crew they've got to get rid of all of the plating from the ship so it doesn't attract the EMP, and that's what they do. So they remove all the crap from the ship and they race through the asteroid field with the second in command guy steering the ship through the asteroid field, and Mariner accidentally gets sucked out of the screen because they had to remove the armor plating from the screen because that's going to attract the EMP. But she gets sucked out and nearly dies, but the blue alien runs out and grabs her and saves her life. At this same point, there's a bit of plating that can't be removed. And this is another episode. This is another thing I liked about this episode. They finally bring in the dolphins. Now, if you're not a Star Trek lore person, you will know. Well, if you're not, you don't know about this. But in Next Generation, we find out that aquatic crewmen exist. So like whales and dolphins, because they became smart, they could communicate with the humans, and so they also run parts of the ship, which I actually like the fact they brought this in. It was something I actually wanted them to do in other Star Trek episodes, but if it has to be Lower Decks, it has to be Lower Decks. Anyway, so Boimler has to dive down and get to this switch to release the panel. He does. He makes it there. He pulls it and gets the panel released. But his suit ends up leaking and water gets into his suit. He nearly drowns, but the dolphins save him, and then Tendi saves him at the end, which I actually liked. The Cerritos gets through the asteroid field, saves the other ship from crashing into the planet, and the captain makes first contact as a gift from the other captain for saving her crew. The captain comes back to the ship drunk because apparently these people like to drink, so that was funny. Again, a little bit of comedy was alright, but no, it's just get rid of most of the comedy out of this and I think it would be a better episode. Anyway, the captain comes back, they all have a celebration. Boimler does his stupid shit with the Captain's Day, banners, and then she tells the crew that she is not going to take the promotion to another ship. She goes to meet the oncoming Starfleet officers, but it turns out these are from Starfleet security, and she's being blamed for a bomb that a bomb that was planted on the Pakleds' homeworld, and it blew up, and they have evidence that she's worked with Klingons to do this. Now, we all know what's happening here. It's section 38. Oh my god, how have I forgotten their name? Section 31. That's what it is. So we all know Section 31. That's pretty much framing the captain, because we also saw Rutherford have a memory about a secret he shouldn't have remembered, but he did remember that somebody has been messing around with his implant. So it is Section 31 are the ones doing this. At least that's what I think. So the captain's arrested, and then a funny bit at the end, and I would admit this is funny, the crew gather around to send the captain off to a new ship, but it turns out she's been put under arrest, and then the episode ends with a to be continued. Oh, and Tendi gets a promotion to officer on the bridge. And that's how the episode ends. I thought this was a great episode. If they could do more episodes like this, I probably would enjoy watching these episodes. Listen, if you just concentrate on the story and not the comedy, this series could actually work. But the problem is they keep wanting to be Rick and fucking Morty. And I don't understand why. That franchise is fucking dying anyway. It's the same old shit every fucking year. If this show was actually concentrated on being Star Trek and not shit, it would have a future. I mean, I did just fucking watch the trailer for the fucking... for Discovery, and it's just, Jesus Christ, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that shit starting again. Fuck me. Anyway, this episode was great. I hope next week's episode is better. God. Should I hope? Should I really hope? Or am I going to get fucked by this show? I don't know. But this episode was great. If you haven't watched this episode, go watch it. It was actually great to watch. And yeah, that's the end of my review. If you like this review, give it a like. If you dislike this review, give it a dislike. And if you like my content, do think about subscribing. Hail the Phantom Menace, long live CG, and fuck SJWs. Bye.